The contents for educational purposes only. Can't stress enough for you guys to do your own research. Praise my content, throw any errors you find in the comments. None of us have been alive long enough to know all that transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to know all there is to learn. What's up, y'all? Hey, got a little short video for y'all, and just something, man. I know a lot of y'all, a lot of us is probably going through. You know what I mean? I know I can't just be the only one. And even if you aren't going through it currently, you may have went through it sometime in your past. So this should resonate on one level or another. Anyway, what's for you is for you, man. Let me say that again. What's for you is for you. I know a lot of us have been raised in religion, and some of us still operate within that sphere. However, some of us have elevated and not just elevated, but well, yeah, elevated is the right word, to what's referred to as the sciences. As a result of such, we've become privy to other knowledges, other aspects of knowledge, other schools of thought, and said knowledge and school of thought or schools of thought has brought in some of us to a different level of awareness and consciousness. One being the universal laws, which no one can escape. You can escape man's law, but you cannot, under no circumstances, escape universal law. Reason being is because it operates off of energy, vibration, and frequency, as do we and everything else in creation. Not to mention the fact that all of us have a purpose. I've mentioned this several times in previous readings. Well, not readings, but videos. Issue with that is all of us do not become cognizant of that fact, or all of us do not become consciously aware of that fact. Not to mention becoming consciously aware of what that purpose is. Mainly because many of us cannot escape the distractions that are laid before us through all of the spiders' webs and tentacles and platforms that they perpetuate said distractions from/with. speaking from the perspective of one who has elevated, and that only means that I was strong enough and had enough heart to look self in the mirror, recognize what didn't either fit or no longer serve me, and was willing to do whatever leg work, shadow work, inner construction, whatever you want to classify it as, in order to bring about the desired changes within self. None of us are perfect. I myself don't claim to be. However, in getting back to the subject matter, what is for you is for you. What is for me is for me. Why do I reiterate that? Because it seems as though there are a lot of people preoccupied with stunning or attempting to stunt my growth, attempting to slow me down in one way, shape, form, fashion, or another, attempting to lay obstacles in the path that's meant for me to travel on. Which leads me to the question, why are people so preoccupied with me? I'm in my own lane, mind my business. Don't bother nobody, don't ask nobody for nothing. Damn sure don't wear my welcome out because I stay in my own energy, I stay in my own lane, ain't no traffic there. And this is why I say many of y'all watching this video can resonate with what this video is going to be about. And I'm not just talking about the regular individuals, you know, that may not necessarily want what they see me striving towards, but don't want me to have it. Now, I ain't talking about y'all, you know what I mean? Because even though the same applies to y'all, you can only slow shit down. You ain't powerful enough to stop nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you're gonna fuck around and fall in the ditch you call yourself digging for me. But that's another topic in and of itself. All I'm saying is, it never ceases to amaze me how, you know, when a person such as myself, again, I don't bother nobody, I don't, you know, get in nobody's way, I don't, you know, I mind my business, I handle my own business, you know, but it just seems as though, you know, that it's a preoccupation amongst individuals. And if you're looking and watching now, because that's what you do, you know who you are. And this video is just to serve as not even a warning, just to let you know that I'm aware. I am aware. And don't hold your breath waiting on me to be bothered by it. Fear has been eradicated years ago. Fully capable of handling myself in whatever type of situation I'm confronted with. But I will tell you this. Look for no mercy from me when karma comes a knocking. You understand what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times, man, when people get to talking like I am right now, the overwhelming perception is, man, this motherfucker tripping. This nigga crazy. Yeah, here go another one talking about, motherfuckers is watching him and all that. Okay, I mean, trust me, man. I mean, being aware is different from being paranoid. Situational awareness is definitely not being paranoid. And again, I don't even know what made me decide to speak on it, this particular video, because it's been happening for some time. However, again, if y'all like me and you've experienced anything close to this, just know that I'm not going to stop doing what it is I need, want, and see myself doing to garner, the desired result. It's sad, man, that because I've been around for a minute, and those who have been around as long, or if not longer than me, can remember times when people wasn't worried about what nobody else was doing. Everybody was trying to do them. I mean, you always had, cowards and followers and, dick riders or, bandwagon jumpers, whatever way you want to classify those types of individuals. But, I mean, the shit's at an all-time high nowadays, man. It really makes no sense. Pardon me, people. But again, just another one of the reasons why, some of y'all rock with me the way y'all do, because I ain't about no airs and facades. You're going to get who I am, fresh in the flesh, every time you click on this channel. But just to expound on what I've said thus far, man, it just makes no sense to me, man, how a person can be so preoccupied with what the next individual is doing, or what's meant. Let me say that fits this message like a puzzle piece. What's meant for an individual, because the thing is, people, others see you better than you see yourself, and a lot of times others can see things in you before you are even aware of those things. Or they end up noticing these things when you withdraw your energy, in which case, it may be a little too late, for them to either benefit or just to be a part of, but make no mistake in assuming that because I'm mentioning it, that, whatever's being done is living rent-free in my head. I'm not even gonna get all the way into it, because, harmony must be balanced according to universal law. So, again, I hope whomever I'm referring to that knows who they are is enjoying it. Hopefully you are enjoying it. Because everything has its season. And when that season's over, if you have yet to prepare for the following season, based upon being preoccupied with what I'm doing, or you trying to thwart what it is that I'm doing, or striving toward, which is essentially impossible. Because again, what's for me is for me, just like what's for each and every one of you is for you. You can only reap what seeds you've sown. So based upon that fact, what kind of harvest do you expect to receive? That's pretty much it for that specific message. Um, so with that being stated, I'm gonna leave that part of it alone. But on a brighter note, you know, anybody watching this video right now, man, that has a higher perception of self, that have always seen themselves in a higher light, just may have taken them some years, you know, to actually go through the growing pains, you know, deal with, you know, past traumas and scars and hurt, you know, to basically transform themselves into a better version of self. You know, do not be discouraged, you know, because there's a couple things that could be stated. You know, if you don't have, you know, problems in the form of people that for whatever the reason want to be a hindrance in whatever way, shape, or fashion to you, then you're not doing enough. Another thing is, you know, as it relates to whatever may be being discussed, you know, in so-called privacy, need I remind you that we are in the age of Aquarius. We are in the Aquarian age. Do your research. If you know, you know. Again, the sciences is where you run across esoteric and metaphysical knowledge, as opposed to hope, faith, allegory, and dogma. And no, all knowledge does not come from books, although I have a library that is not where I draw the things I bring to you guys on these videos from, each and every video. A lot of times, if y'all paying attention, just like right now, I'm just sitting here talking to you. You know, I have nothing in front of me. Just like I normally don't. When I do, I let you know what it is that I'm reading to you from. You know, like I said, back to what I was saying though, do not be discouraged, man. There is no one like you, and therein lies your power. You know, your individuality. You know, do not lose the creative energy that we were all born with. You know, do not allow things that are beyond your control to alter your energetic state. You know, you basically spinning your own wheels, worrying about the past or the future, when all you have is right now. What are you doing right now? You know, those of you who find yourself being triggered by any little thing or every little thing that people external to you say and do. When are you going to realize that that is your wake up call, that you have things within yourself to deal with and work on? You know, because anything short of somebody being a imminent threat is not deserving of your attention if it's not positive. And as much as people think that they're a threat, all of y'all not a threat. Just like everybody's not that dude. You know, it's you know, I think society has fell into a state of what is the proper word to describe? Into a state of I really don't have the word. I can't think of the word, but it's like, you know, instead of dealing with what's real and what's in front of you, people are dealing with everything but. And this doesn't, you know, if it doesn't apply, let it fly, man. You know, but sometimes, man, things just make you wonder, man, what the fuck is wrong with people nowadays? You know, then on top of that, you know, it's evident that, you know, when it comes to being in certain environments that are actually dangerous, you know, even at times when it doesn't seem as though it has that quality to it, it's questionable whether, you know, the individuals that, you know, put on certain facades have actually experienced those types of environments. Because when you have, you know that you're just as fragile as the next individual. You're just as fragile as the next individual. Person ain't gotta have no pistol or none of that stuff that everybody's going crazy over nowadays. They don't have to have that. You know, it doesn't even take that. But you know, some things, man, it just boggles my mind, man. You know, the position a lot of people take, unwarranted at that, you know. Like I said in the last video, man, it's a bunch of grown ass children running around, you know, that you know have yet to harness control over their little emotions, you know. And one of these days, man, you know, it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you, man. You know, the deadly sins is what they refer to them as, man. You know, jealousy, envy, greed, lust, etc. You know. And I don't want to get into a rambling thing, man. So, you know, basically, like I said, this was just a short video for me to address what I did. And now that I have, I'm going to go on and let y'all, you know, get back to what you was doing before you check this video out. So hopefully, man, somebody was able to benefit from something that was said. Hopefully, somebody was able to resonate with something that was said. And beyond that, everybody be safe, stay in a state of gratitude, because, if you're not running around in a wheelchair, or, unable to use your faculties, where you have to be taken care of almost 24/7, and have to depend on somebody who may be of a negative energy base, but flip their energy in front of your family and loved ones. Then even for those that are, incapacitated to whatever degree, man, it's always things that you have to be grateful for, man. And I think that also, before I dismount, presents a problem. People fall out of gratitude, man, and they, expect for things to be a certain way, when the only thing we are guaranteed is to transition. You're not guaranteed anything that you don't take control of the manifestation of in your own life. So again, man, everybody be safe. Appreciate it. Everybody that takes the time to check these videos out. And y'all take it easy.